I've always been a super active kid, and it was only until I fully became conscious that I realized the abilities that my body could do if I actually put in the effort. See, I did gymnastics, I played soccer, I even did weightlifting from a very young age. And when I grew up, I realized that I could actually do something with this. And so I started my fitness journey. At around the age of 12 or 13, I started lifting with my dad and my brother. I learned a lot along the way, and here are some things I wish I knew before I started my fitness journey. The first thing I wish I knew is that progress isn't linear. You see, I've lost weight, I've gained weight, I've built strength, and I've lost it. And it's going to be all over the place, but ultimately, if you keep putting in the same work every day consistently, then it's going to eventually lead to what you're working for. It's like investing in stocks. You're going to put money across a whole bunch of different stocks, and some of them are going to go up, some of them are going to go down, but ultimately, it's going up. Just if you're consistent and you keep showing up, that's all that matters. Not every single day that I lift weights, I'm going to do amazing. Some days my hormones are off and I'm not going to lift as well, but I just got to keep showing up. Number two is that abs are made in the kitchen. No matter how many Chloe Ting YouTube workouts you do, you are not going to have abs until you lock in with your nutrition in a calorie deficit. You could do hours of cardio and hours of ab workouts, but if you're not in a calorie deficit and you're not fueling your body to your goals, then you're not going to see any results. Like, pretend you're a car racer and you practice every single day to be super good at racing, but you put the wrong type of fuel into your car. How do you think the car is going to act? It doesn't matter the amount of practice you put into taking care of the car or the amount of practice you put into driving it. With the wrong fuel, it's not going to run the way you want it to. And that doesn't just apply to having abs, because not everybody's goal is to have it, because not everybody's goal is to have abs. But if you want abs, you got to lock in with your nutrition. The common denominator for having abs is that your body fat percentage needs to be low. Number three is that the best cardio you can do is something you can be consistent with. There is no magic formula to doing cardio. There is no best cardio. It's just whatever you can be consistent with. For me, that's the Stairmaster and getting my daily steps in. I have a Fitbit that tracks the steps that I do every day, and I just act like it's a game. Like, I have goals on it that notify me when I hit 10,000 steps, and it's like, or a little reward every day. And that just keeps me going to make sure I get my steps in every day. So there is no best type of cardio, it's just the one that you can be consistent with. And there's loads of different kinds. There's the elliptical, there's Stairmaster. You could just watch a movie while walking on the treadmill. And I really enjoy going on walks outside with my dogs and just taking in the nature. And I mean, it's been so hot out. I live in Florida, so lately it's been kind of awful. But no, yeah, just being outside, getting fresh air, that's my favorite kind of cardio. Number four is prioritizing sleep and rest days. You can't run a car on an empty tank. Prioritizing sleep and quality sleep at that is probably the best thing you can do, not just for fitness, but overall in life. If if I'm not sleeping right and I'm trying to get my schoolwork done or I'm trying to lift in the gym, none of it is going to be right until my sleep is right. On my rest days, I like to do low impact movement like yoga, stretching, or just getting my steps in. I think getting my steps in is just like a habit at this point. Even on rest days, I strive to do that every day. And once it becomes habit, you kind of just do it all the time. But no, yeah, rest days, super important. I don't really do ice baths or anything like that, but I'd like to start doing that more. But I do enjoy going in the sauna, playing some music, a podcast, and just spending time with myself. I think going hand in hand with rest days is mental health. When I'm mentally in check, I'm lifting better in the gym. And when I'm lifting better in the gym, I'm more mentally like there, so meditation, taking mental health breaks, fueling yourself right, it all goes hand in hand, and when you have that balance, it's just magic. Number five is to stop working out to burn calories and work out to feel good. The first time I stepped on the Stairmaster, my thought was, how many calories can I burn doing this? But then afterward, I felt the soreness in my legs, and I'm like, wow, I actually enjoy the feeling of feeling like sore and feeling like I accomplished something. And the endorphins of getting the workout done and like the muscle movements and everything, that's what I strive for now. It almost becomes an addiction. So the calories burned doesn't even matter anymore. And ultimately, like, working out to burn calories is just not the right mindset to go in with it. I think if I'm going to work out, I'm doing it to feel my best and to look my best. And your body is not a calculator. Exactly. Like, yeah, no, I'm walking on the treadmill to get my steps in and it's burning calories, but I'm not going to it with the mindset of like I'm only doing this to get the numbers on the board. Because when it becomes a numbers game, like if when it becomes more of a numbers game than a game with how is this helping my life, it becomes disordered. So I found that when I've started looking at more how I feel and how my body reacts to certain things, it it's a lot more rewarding. It's much more rewarding. And obviously you can't always trust your feelings, because sometimes my feelings are like, I want to get 12 donuts and eat all of them. Or sometimes my feelings are like, I don't want to go to the gym. I just want to sit and watch Netflix all day. Now, obviously, if it's my rest day, then I'm gonna listen to myself. I'm not gonna have 12 donuts though. That's just pure gluttony. But listening to your body is just but listening to your body with your workouts, doing what feels good, is just something you should prioritize. And number 6 is that supplements aren't necessary, but they're very helpful. I started taking creatine maybe 6 months ago, and I've noticed such like a good improvement, not only in my lifting, but in my energy, my memory, my focus. And I'm not here to like glaze creatine, but I kind of am. I love creatine. But not just that, like getting your vitamins in, electrolytes. Electrolytes don't even get me started. I love them. What I do every morning is I get my 30-ounce Stanley, I get my water, I get the Alani packets, I put that in there, I put electrolytes, and then I put creatine. And I make my little potion and I drink that every morning. And it leaves me with energy from the caffeine, and then focus from the creatine, and then the electrolytes. They just leave me so quenched, genuinely. They leave me feeling like energized and focused. Obviously, it could be from the creatine too, but I've also noticed since I started putting potassium, magnesium, and sodium in my water that I've just like my energy levels throughout the day has been so much better. It stops like cravings for like sweet treats and stuff like that throughout the day. And no, just being hydrated. Being hydrated just feels so great, especially because it's been so hot out lately. Feeling hydrated has been leaving me like feeling my absolute best. But no, yeah, I've been lifting for about a long time, long time. Even before I started lifting like consistently at the age of 12 with my dad and my brother. But as of the past like year or so, I started lifting on my own more. I think the past like 2 years. Um, and I've genuinely enjoyed every single part of it. And these are things I wish I knew at the beginning, but I'm also glad that I learned them on my own, because now I'm able to like put them in practice knowing the consequence, you know? So I hope this helped, and I hope you have a great day.